It is definitely Food City Friday, and Chef Julie Voudrie is here with me today. And this almost looks like my kitchen on some nights because we do this.
Right.
We do like a taco nacho bar.
Exactly.
And that's kind of what we're doing here today.
That's kind of what we're doing today. You know, I was thinking we're back to school, so families are getting really busy.
Right.
And it's still summer. You don't really want to have to crank open the oven, you know, to heat up the kitchen. And this is a staple at my house, and I've got a lot of mouths to feed. We have eight folks at my house. So this is a really popular meal, and one thing I love about it is that everyone can have exactly what they want, how they want it. So you make everybody happy. Mama doesn't have to sweat. And it's just,
and
it's
if Mama's
just great.
happy,
if Mama's happy, everybody's happy. That's exactly right. So we're going to start with just the taco meat itself. And I don't use a bunch of fancy little mix packets and stuff. I kind of do my own thing. So what I've got here is some ground round.
Right. You're just warming that through?
Yeah, I'm warming through. I've actually already cooked the pink out of it, and you just want to cook the pink out. You don't want it to get all crunchy and such. And then drain it, return it to the pan, and then I start adding my spices. I add a lot of chili powder. That's about 2 tablespoons. And this is about 2 pounds of ground round, and then cumin. You like cumin?
I do.
I love cumin
You're
too.
using so many spices.
I am using so many spices. One of my favorites to use is this Goya Sazon that comes in this little packet. I've used this for years.
You want all of these?
Yeah, let's just pour it in. It's just a nice little additive. And you can add it to a lot of dishes. It's great in rice as well.
There you go.
And another Goya favorite for me is their adobo seasoning.
And you can get all of these at Food City.
You can. In fact, I did. That's exactly. Little shout out to the Gray Food City. That's where I do my Food City shopping.
And all the folks there in Boones Creek Food City, that's where I do all mine.
Oh, there you go. And of course, any Food City's great. That's just our personal ones.
Our local ones.
And another one that they have, this Abadia seasoning, is awesome as well. And you can also get that in the Hispanic aisle.
And all of this would work as well if you don't want to do beef. You could do chicken.
You could do chicken, absolutely. I'm putting a little garlic powder on here, and then we're going to add that water. Just go ahead and pour it in. Yeah, it's going to steam up a little bit for us. Woohoo! I'll turn down.
Be a little careful when you're doing that.
And then you just stir everything around really nicely. I really like this method. It makes the spices get evenly distributed in all of the meat. All the water is going to evaporate right out, so you're not watering anything down at all. And this does not take very long to do. It's a pretty simple process, and you might as well make a lot at a time, because then you've got all these amazing meals you can make out of it.
And if you have any of this left over, I heard a great idea the other day. You can make a taco pizza.
Absolutely. In fact, we have one right here.
Right there.
What we do at our house is we take a tortilla, we put refried beans on it, sprinkle meat and cheese, pop it in the oven or a little toaster oven even. When everything's all melty and happy, bring it out. Put on some, you know, sour cream, tomato, whatever you want to top yours with, and cut it in little wedges, and you just have a little pizza. It's great for kids. They can make their own little ones. It's really fun.
And you've got this whole bar situation set up with the bowls. It's got cheese, lettuce, and I love the fact that you brought out some limes.
You know, it's such an easy thing just to take a little wedge of lime and just sprinkle that juice over the top. It adds a nice fresh flavor to it. Another thing we do at our house with the tacos is we take a plain tortilla, spread it with the refried beans, and then put our shell inside it. That way, if the shell, if you're eating and it crunches, the shell doesn't break apart in your hands.
And see, that's why I stay away from crunchy taco shells, because they break apart when you're eating them.
Well, that'll never happen again.
That is a great idea.
Or you open the box and you find some that are broken. And that's always disappointing. Well, you can still use them when you do this method. It makes absolutely no difference. And of course, burritos, you can make nachos, you can make a taco salad. There's just so many things you can do with it.
And you basically just put this all on the table and let folks go to work. I mean, just do whatever they want to do.
Now, one thing that's important when you're making your meat, taste it as you go and make adjustments. You need to taste your food as you cook. That's just a kind of cooking 101, because you might say, you know, I need a little bit more of this.
It may look right, but it may not taste right.
And sometimes, you know, your packages of hamburger meat are different sizes anyway, so you kind of want to make that adjustment. But it's just such a simple, easy meal. And then all through the week, you've got several variations that you can do for your family. You come in, you know, late from basketball practice or whatever, you know, in 10 minutes you can have food on the table and everyone's eating and everybody's happy.
You got the refried beans. You can get those in a can. You got the avocados.
And I forgot.
Yes.
I have another little thing I made down there at the very front. It's just some fresh corn that I boiled and cut off the cob with some cans of pre-cooked beans, like black beans. You can even get pinto beans that have jalapenos already. Mix all of that together, add a little fresh tomato, some cilantro, some fresh lime juice, a little salt. This is wonderful fresh. You can serve it cool. You don't have to serve it hot. And it's just wonderful as a little side dish. If you have vegan friends like I have and they come over to eat, they've got something that they can have as well. So again, there's just so many things you can do with it. And we've got a wonderful dessert coming up.
Yes,
that's
we do.
tropical. That'll kind of fit in with this whole thing.
Stay with us. We got a dessert coming up. It's bakingwithjulie.com and our good friends at foodcity.com as well. You can get some great information. Hey, let's head on back down to Amy and check out what's going on in Dollywood.